Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to swatch out some Happy Mail with you guys and kind of see what these are all about. So these are the Staedtler Ergosoft. These were actually sent to me by Danny over at the Queen of Flannel Colors. I'll link to her channel in the description below. I've never used these. These have been around for a while. They're actually not anything new. And I've always wanted to try them. And so, this month for December, it's E is for December as part of our alphabet coloring challenge. And I really don't have a lot of things with E. And so she was really cute and sent these to me, as something for E is in December to add to the list because I was really struggling. So I thought that was really sweet. And yeah, so they come in 36 colors. I am no pro or expert at Ergosoft. In fact, Emily Illustrator is probably the best for, info on them. In fact, I think she did a whole video on them. If I can remember, I'll try to put it in a card up above, right there. But yeah, so the Ergosoft are one that you see a lot with Johanna Basford. She uses these. And they're really pretty pencils. Now, they're not going to make a huge line of the Ergosoft. Also, you can get them in like a hexagon barrel. And then they also have now this triangular barrel. And the one thing I find interesting with these Ergosofts is they have like an art number and then they just have an open space for a name. So I noticed that right off the bat. I was like, well, that's odd. But yeah, these are wax-based. Now, I know they are harder than your traditional wax-based pencil. They are pretty cool though, because this is actually a well-made pencil, and I'm going to show you why. So you see this white that's coming, come on camera, so yeah, so you see the white around the lead? That is actually a really cool feature. Most pencils, it's just wood, and then, the lead is encased by that wood. This white, on the other hand, is a separate layer keeping everything attached. So you're going to have a lot less breakage. You're going to have a lot less, just chipping out cores. So it's actually a pretty cool feature. So they are well made. They're made in Germany. And I'm really excited to give these a go. So I had started to fill out the swatch chart, and then I thought, it's kind of pointless to worry about that doing it ahead of time because there's no color names. So all I got to do is fill in the numbers. So I'll just do that later. But I wanted to kind of show you the pencil, show you how it sharpens, and then I'll probably speed up the swatching process. Even though it's only 36, I don't want to drag it on. I may swatch a couple though on camera, maybe the first few, just to give you some idea of what I think. But let's do this first. Okay, so first things first, let's see how these sharpen. I do have a jar link sharpener, but I don't know if they're gonna fit. Nope, they don't fit in the jar link. So let me grab my AF mat and we'll sharpen away. In fact, I'm gonna sharpen just these first three just to show you how well they sharpen. The lovely hum of a sharpener in the background. So you'll hear my sharpener at first kind of struggle. That's with any triangular or square barrel the first time you sharpen it. And that's just because it's trying to grip on. But these sharpen really well, so they take to the AF mat. You could probably try these in a doll. Excuse my awful blister. I was shoveling snow. But see, they sharpened really nice. So I'm not going to sharpen all of them. Yes, technically you should, but you know what? I'm a rule breaker. So let's swatch a couple, and then I'll do a sped up version. So, oh my gosh, let's do white. And I guess I'm just going to call it white. So normally what I would do with these 3 boxes is I would do a light layer over it all. Now these are a layering pencil, by the way. These are not a smush. Let me zoom you in a little. Yeah, so these are not a smusher. So I would do a light layer and then come back over it again. And then I would come back over for a 3rd layer here just to see. Wow, but with that white, oh my gosh. Let's see if the yellow does better. The other option is if you have more of a smushy pencil or a really soft wax pencil, then you could totally, you could press hard here. Once you hit this line, hit to medium pressure, press light here. But because I already know, wrong way. I already know that these pencils are harder, even though I know soft is in the name. I'm just going to do 1, 2, and 3 layers. So my lightest, medium, and all that. They are soft, but these are the yellows. So we have to kind of keep that in mind. You know, with the yellows, they're always going to be softer. So it'll be more interesting when I get to the darker pigments, because that's always where you hit those nasty, scratchy little things. But so far, these aren't bad. I honestly thought these would be scratchier. And that's predominantly because whenever I hear them used, they're really, really scratchy sounding. And you're just like, ah! So, the triangular barrel is actually pretty nice to hold too. Let's do our 2nd layer. They build up on each other nicely, so that's good. Again, these are wax-based though, so you can kind of see the gradient. I know it's hard with these colors. I can also show you the other way I prefer to swatch, which is where I just go heavy, medium, light. So like I would do heavy in this box, lift up my pressure a little here, and then really lift up my pressure in that 3rd box. And then just kind of, because I have OCD and I can't have a box not filled in, just do a little touch up. So you can also swatch in that way. All right, so let's do this orange. And I'll do the same thing. Now the way they're sharpened when they come is very like blunt and very teeny tiny, and I don't think, my other sharpener is too far away. I do have a Staedtler sharpener though, and I just want to see how well. So this is the Staedtler Norris Club sharpener. It has graphite and color I usually use the graphite and color one. So let me just see how they sharpen in here. Ooh. It was awkward, very awkward. So it gives it a nice little point. The only thing is it's really wrecked that. And I almost prefer to just throw them in my AF mat, because I have a feeling when I go to swatch this one, we're going to get breakage when I press heavy. I'm just waiting for it to break and not get in my eye. Don't know about you guys. Oh, it didn't break. Has anyone ever done that? Had a really sharp point and then it snapped off and right in the eyeball? Or am I the only one? Because if I'm the only one, don't tell me, because that's embarrassing. I'm just hoping I'm not alone in this. It didn't snap, so that's actually impressive. However, it was really rough. The triangular thing just did not want to go in there, and I don't know if this is even meant for the triangular barrel, to be honest. So, all right. So as you can see, like those, let me get that back on camera. They do okay. They're a lot softer than I thought. Now this is a very soft cardstock. It's my Nina 110-pound cardstock, so you do need to keep that in mind. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I will start swatching the rest of these sped up so that you're not just watching me swatch, and then kind of come back and talk about the color range. And then, you know, I need to color something with these this month, and so let's see what this 36 range gets us. All right, so let's swatch. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So like a few things I noticed on a couple, they were a little scratchy, but not much. However, sharpening might resolve that. when you go back over like your heavier layers, they do smooth out pretty well. You know, they do leave a lot of tooth of the paper still showing, but one thing I noticed as I was swatching these, I was thinking in my head, this is actually a really well made 36 count set. And by that, I mean the color selection I was actually impressed with, because a lot of 36 count sets, okay, example, I have the Lyra Polycolors here that I got in a 36 count set. One, there's like no purple. Two, you get just these two grays here and a black, and browns are okay, but you know, you're overloaded with these yellows, and it wasn't a very balanced range of colors to especially create blends and work with. This set, on the other hand, I mean, I've got yellows, white, a good transition over here into my oranges, a ton of reds and pinks. I've got 2 purples, loads of blues, and even some teals. Great selection of greens. So I've got like my foresty ones, you know, and then I've got my olivey greens, a good selection of browns. And then I like these grays because it's just more balanced. Now, if I had one complaint, it would be like I couldn't do a portrait with this. I don't really have any flesh tones whatsoever. That said, I could totally use this in a picture, like, you know, Johanna Basford book or something else, just not like a portrait. I'd need to supplement with another brand. But it's still a very well balanced one, because I do have quite a few 36 count sets, and I'm always like, oh, you know, this is missing, that is missing. And yeah, the only thing I feel missing is like something to use for skin tones. But really, this isn't bad for 36 pencils. They really did do a good job, and you can see blends just by looking at your chart. I mean, I'm popping, I can see them all over. I've got like pinks that are going to blend with these oranges really pretty. You know, when I'm doing floral stuff, all these greens are really pretty. These 2 pair up automatically. These 2 pair up. This one here creates a perfect triad. I know these look similar, but this is more of a blue-violet. But yeah, I mean, just really well balanced. They are definitely hard. I'm trying to think what I could compare them to that's a wax, and nothing's coming to mind, but they are definitely a harder pencil. You know, so take the word soft with a grain of salt is all I gotta say, but I will definitely be using these in a picture this month. I have to, because it's E is for December. It just seems wrong. But a special thank you to Danny again for sending these over to me. That was very sweet and thoughtful, and I definitely plan to try and get something out this month using these. It might not be very Christmassy themed. I'm burnt out on the Christmas, but do something pretty and floral with these for sure. So yeah, if you have the Ergosoft, let me know your thoughts and what you think. If you have some favorite color combos too, I'd love to know. And then until next time, guys, take care. Bye now.